What is up, everybody? Welcome to This Week in MLS, presented by Target. Calen, guess what?
What?
September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and MLS has kicked off their Kick Childhood Cancer campaign, and we are all decked out today, aren't we?
Yes, we
Look
are.
at this. It's good. We've got these T-shirts. Every team has these personalized scarves. It's really cool what the teams are doing. They've got the walkout jerseys, the T-shirts that they're walking out on. They've got gold balls, corner flags, the whole thing. It's a really great initiative, and we're happy to promote it right here. So.
Absolutely, yeah. There was a kid in Atlanta who came out and did the first kick of the ball at the new stadium. So that was pretty
awesome.
sweet.
Oh, so this is a nice little segue for us. Speaking of Atlanta, I know you were just there. Let's get to our twin takeaways, and I have a feeling you want to talk about that game in the brand spanking new stadium.
Yes,
tell me about it.
Brand new stadium and the perfect dream debut for Atlanta United. Came out from the beginning of the match, ready to go, raring, and really just overran Dallas. Dallas, of course, has been in terrible form over the last 6-7 games. Can't find a win, can't find a way. And they were a bit naive in this one. Didn't match the intensity to start the match. And then, of course, trying to play out of the back against a team like Atlanta United, they are going to feast on you. Miguel Almiron in particular was spectacular with the ball, running at guys, finding Joseph Martinez. Their combination play for Atlanta United, just toying with them by the end of the game.
Yeah.
Huge result for them. They have a ton of games coming up at home in September, so this was a great way to open up.
Bodes well for their little playoff push.
Absolutely.
Okay, so my twin takeaway, again, I think this is the second week in a row, but I feel like we have to bring this up. Toronto FC becomes the first team in the league to clinch a playoff spot. The Supporters' Shield is now just, I mean, it's essentially theirs. This is a team that is on pace to really make history. The big 4-0 win against the Quakes just ran right over them. Josie Altidore with 2 goals. I don't know. This is a team that is so locked in. They are playing so well right now. And my only sort of question or fear is, how do you maintain this momentum? How do you not get complacent when you are playing this well? You have everything kind of locked up. Like, what does Greg Vanney have to do to get his team to sort of maintain this intensity?
Stay healthy.
Yeah.
Stay healthy. That's really the only thing they need to do, is continue to keep guys healthy. They have a deep rotation they can lean on as they go into these next months, because they've got a little bit of wiggle room to play with. But they're just a better team than San Jose, just a big gap in talent on the field, and you see it. And you know what else might be a motivating factor? Sloane Stephens.
Oh!
She said I loved, congratulations to Sloane, by the way, for winning the US Open Women's Championship. But she said Josie needs to, 2 goals isn't enough, Josie, so you got to get a hat trick.
I like it.
Sloane tells you, hey, if you win the US Open, you can tell him to step his game up.
Absolutely. This is like a new power couple.
Relationship goals?
Hashtag relationship goals, people.
I
I love it. Good one. All right, so we had a bunch of other action that we're going to talk about. I'm going to give myself some props right now, because I have been saying for a few months that Vancouver is my dark horse team to go on a deep little playoff run, and they're making me look really smart right now. They win 3-2 over RSL. They're now sitting in 3rd place in the West. This game, they had great contributions from Yordi Reyna scoring again. He's back. Teixeira doing his thing. Kendall Waston. I mean, you look at this lineup, they're talented, and they're playing really, really well right now. I think they can cause some trouble for some teams.
I doubted them, and Salt Lake didn't do themselves many favors in this one. Ramondo looked a little bit a step slow, uncharacteristic for him, getting across the face of goal. But Teixeira was excellent in this one, really controlled the match from the middle of the park. He's such a shifty, fun player to watch, and I think you might be right. I still think they have some weaknesses in the back, because David Ousted had to come up with some big ones in this one.
Good point.
But, you know, it's going well for them, especially in the attack.
Also, I wouldn't mind a little trip to Vancouver for the playoffs.
Hey,
That'd be all right.
Amazing, yeah.
It's beautiful up there. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's talk about Sporting Kansas City, who had a tough midweek game against NYCFC. They lost 1-0 on a late Jack Harrison goal. So then they had to rebound quite quickly, went to Columbus. They end up picking up a point in a 1-1 draw with them. Columbus had won 4 straight at home until that point, so I feel like this was a good sort of balance for them. Producer Paulie, earlier today, before we started filming, said Sporting KC is going to win the West, and I want to hear your response to producer Paulie's take. That
well,
KC
you know, I don't like to generally disagree with the producer, right?
Well, yeah, exactly.
He's the one who's supposed to help you look good on camera.
That's a good point.
But I'm not sure if they have enough to make it all the way to the top here. But they do go on the road for a busy stretch here, have a tough game at NYCFC, as you mentioned. But then they come back, and this was a good result for them. I mean, they really applied the pressure. Mensah there doesn't really do himself the best there, trying to make a really difficult clearance. But, you know, a point on the road against Columbus, who I think won their last four straight
at home. Yep.
So that was a good result for them on the road.
Absolutely, they had been playing well. Well, speaking of Sporting KC, we had some visitors in the office last week.
I heard that.
A while back, after the phenomenal bicycle kick, Iko Para, we had sort of campaigned for him to be a correspondent on This Week in MLS, and guess what?
What? You got him?
We're making dreams come true.
Woo!
We're making dreams come true.
Him.
Check this out, guys. Here's some questions. Here's the mic.
Oh my!
And you know, you just hold it right there.
Okay.
You know, you can do this.
This is gonna be good. Come closer. Come as close as you can get.
Where you get nervous? Where you get nervous for?
Smells really good. That's of your 79 saves this year, 79. What do you think has been? Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. 79. I can't wait to hear this spell on me. What do you think has been? Oh, sorry, I'm not. What do you think has been? Oh, yeah. What do you think has been your best save this season?
Probably one of your back passes I was saving.
I was gonna say, is it one of the PKs you gave up? Then you had to make the ensuing PK save.
Because the other goalies can't figure out. You gotta pad their stats a little bit by giving up penalties. That's their own fault.
You must have something in your contract that says that, huh? What went through your mind on that Matt Beasler own goal back in July?
That. Just that.
I mean, what a finish. What a finish. Oh, this is a good one. Would you have been able to save my bicycle kick goal?
Absolutely.
No.
I wouldn't have came out.
Well, I guarantee if you'd come out, I would have been in the hospital.
I would have stood on my line and laughed as you fell on your back. And then chest strapped the ball down and kicked it away.
Don't act like you're someone different than you are. You know you're coming off that line hot and probably ending my life. U.S. Open Cup coming up. You were the man of the match back in 2015. How do you top that performance? I don't even want to let you answer that. I'm not letting you answer that one. We'll skip it. How would you rate me as an interviewer?
Pretty poor.
Okay, well, that's standard from you. Okay, now we're going to go off script a bit. If you were going to go to McDonald's, would you ever order the fish fillet on the menu, which apparently McDonald's has a fish fillet?
It's news to me that they serve salmon and cod. This is all news to me, but last night we found out they actually do, in fact, have fish fillet at McDonald's. We weren't there.
We were there, let's not lie. But I didn't order anything. Actually, my friend who was in town ordered the fish fillet, and we just looked at her. And we're like, what? Why? How? Anyways, and if you were going to karaoke or sing a karaoke song, what would it be?
Hootie and the Blowfish, Let Her Cry.
Oh my
I
God.
rocked it last night.
Yeah, we also did that last night. We've enjoyed our time in New York.
Dude, Ike, hired. That was so good. Yeah. It was so good. Also, how did you not know about a fish fillet, man?
I didn't know.
Who goes to McDonald's and gets fish?
It's like going to Red Lobster for chicken. That's what we said.
This was fun, guys. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Those guys, they had fun with it. They were like super into it. Ike was like, I want to do more. And I was like, we can make this happen,
We can
sir.
arrange
keep
that.
sending me stuff.
We know a guy.
He
Yeah.
said he's going to take videos and send it to us that we can use. So
Awesome.
I'm
Keep
holding
coming,
you
Ike.
to it, buddy. I'm holding you to it. Okay, let's get back to MLS action. So we had New England and Montreal battling it out this weekend. These were two teams that both really needed a result. Montreal not playing so well. They end up losing this one 1-0. But New England, on the other hand, their playoff hopes are still alive. They have been playing really, really well at home. I think they've won their last 5 matches at Gillette. They're currently sitting in eighth place at 35 points, I believe.
You're like an encyclopedia.
Listen, I do all this. I do some research. This is my job after all. But I'm just. What do you think that they can make their way into the playoffs? The East is kind of stacked.
No, I do not. But I think they actually both might be in trouble. I think Montreal, if they get in, actually will have a better chance of success just based on their run last year, a little bit of that playoff experience. But Lee Nguyen is going to be the guy who, if they do get in, will be the reason behind it. He's been a driving force for them all season. I think he's about 9 goals and 14 assists right now. I know some stats,
Look at
too.
you!
I know some
numbers.
stats, too.
We got numbers for everybody
And a great
today.
one in this one. I mean, absolutely puts people on pause, able to shift and finish there. Fantastic play from him. They've been able to lean on different guys at times, Teal Bunbury,
Yes.
Kai Kamara, but Lee, I think, has been their most consistent player throughout the season. They need a big push from him.
I would agree with that. Okay, so let's get to the comments. This is always fun. This is a good part of the show.
This is always scary.
Yeah, I know, it is a little scary.
YouTube
but
comments.
listen to this guy, Jiggly Carollo. Hey, Jiggly, what's going on? What's going on with you? Jiggly wants to know, he says, if he has another game like the last one, please talk a bit more about Matt Polster. The Fire have only lost once with him on the pitch, and he seemed to have transformed that fullback position into his own thing. Well, Jiggly, I'm glad you brought this up. Chicago.
You just like saying jiggly.
Jiggly. Chicago, they fought back against the Red Bulls. They went down early, 1-0. They fought back, 1-1 result. Nemanja Nikolic gets back, finds the back of the net once again. Good to see him kind of getting back into the scoring zone. A really, really beautiful ball from Michael Deleu on that. I think, I think Chicago, Schweinsteiger, I don't know how serious this injury is for him, but this was a nice fight back win for them, and I think that it was a very valuable point. And I agree that they're a much stronger team, especially with Matt Polster there and Brandon Vincent.
Yeah, he adds a lot to the attack, and
Yeah.
health has been an issue for them. They need to keep that back line healthy to be able to really be at their best. And the Red Bulls, you should give some credit as well. Not a bad result for them. They've had a crazy stretch of games, so to be able to pick up a point there isn't the worst. I want to mention a comment too, though, Susannah.
Okay, let's do it.
I was down in Atlanta, of course, but I want to give a shout out to Andres Castro. Sorry.
Yes.
Andres, sorry.
Andres.
Yeah, we hung out yesterday, had a beer before the Atlanta match. And,
You're such a man of the people.
Yeah, well, he's from Honduras, but Atlanta United fan. So,
Very cool.
I told him I know Boniek Garcia, and he was immediately.
You're such a name dropper.
Yeah.
You're such a name dropper. Oh, that's nice. Good for you. Okay, well, we were talking about the Red Bulls. This is great. John Reitano. He says, y'all hate the Red Bulls, don't you? This was his comment. No, we don't hate the Red Bulls, but I will tell you
I
that
just finished saying it was a good result.
I know, exactly. Hello, but our producer, Paul, is a big DC United fan, so he does actually hate the Red Bulls. Not that, you can read into that what you will, John, but again, as you mentioned, that was a nice result for the Red Bulls as well. So we don't hate anybody, John, just so you know. It's not our jobs to hate.
It's all love.
Right?
Yeah. Come on.
Right? Okay. It's about that time.
What's that?
It's about that time.
Ooh,
Hit that button.
The button is back.
Hit that button.
Whoa. Simon didn't wake me up, you just did.
It's so good.
I need to yell. No,
I need it on a Monday. I need it on a Monday.
Let's go. What's yours?
Okay, so did you see that? Oh my God. So Sean Johnson had about 4 or 5 insane saves in this game against Portland for NYCFC, but there was one save in particular where it was Diego Valeri. I mean, this was a goal. Diego Valeri is still probably like, how the heck did I not score this? Sean Johnson just reached up, crossed his body, got a hand on. I mean, it was sick. It was so stupid good. He was insane. He kept them in that game. Just deserves a whole lot of love for that.
Also, deserves love?
Who?
Diego Valeri.
Yeah.
He now has 7 straight games with a goal.
Which that's an MLS record, isn't it?
I think it's either tied or it is.
Yeah.
It's up there. Yeah. So shout out to Diego.
Calen, did you see that?
Andrea Pirlo's defensive effort
Oh, no, you did
to recover from the lost ball. Yeah.
Zing!
No, sorry.
Woof.
No, my did you see that is actually Alexi Lawless's rant at halftime. Let's toss the sound.
But this is a time for leaders to step up. And so to the supposed leaders, I will say this. All right, Tim Howard. Tim, the Belgium game ended 3 years ago. We need you to save the ball now. Jeff Cameron, clean it up or let's get someone who will. Clint Dempsey, yeah, you're a national team legend. Now we need you to be a national team leader. Michael Bradley, the U.S. does not need you to be zen. The U.S. needs you to play better. Josie Altidore, is this really as good as it gets? Because it's still not good enough. Bruce Arena. Bruce, Jurgen Klinsmann lost at home to Mexico. You lost at home to Costa Rica. This is now all on you, not Jurgen. Oh, and by the way, to all the guys that I didn't mention it because you don't even warrant to mention. That includes you too, Wonder Boy. So, what are you guys going to do? you going to continue to be a bunch of soft, underperforming, tattooed millionaires? You are a soccer generation that has been given everything. You are a soccer generation who is on the verge of squandering everything. So, now it's time to pay it back. Make us believe again. You don't owe it to yourselves. You owe it to us. And get off my lawn.
Hot flames there.
Hot flames.
Yeah, he was mentioning everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I think I understand the sentiment, maybe. I don't know if I understand the sentiment. I understand some of the content behind what he's saying.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, Jeff Cameron, a buddy of mine, of course, but didn't have his best game, goes to the bench. Tim Ream got sent to the bench the next match. Next guy stepped up. Omar didn't have the best game, goes, we'll see what happens next game.
Right.
Tim Howard, maybe the plan was for him to be out. So there is a system of accountability that I think Bruce has established here, so I don't know if all that criticism is fair. And going down on the road to try and get a point in Honduras, 1-1 for me, and it's not the best performance, but that's okay. The Costa Rica match, not acceptable. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
It's Alexi, you know? Like, this is what he does.
That's what people want.
Yeah, exactly. And so I have no problem with him,
know when I think
saying it, because look at us, we're talking about it.
You know when I think of tattooed millionaires, you know who I want to call out?
Oh, who?
Susannah Collins.
That's right.
No, but you know what? I would never call you soft.
Thank
ever.
you.
Yeah. That's what's
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. And we appreciate you guys watching This Week in MLS presented by Target. Guys, get in those comments. Tell us what you want to hear. Support Kick Childhood Cancer.
Yes, do it.
Great cause. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week.